you see me? You should be able to see me. Okay. So we're going to start on your back. We'll roll down. And first, I just want to see what parts of my back feel what's touching first, you know, what's feeling rigid or not, you know, what part am I not feeling connected to at all. I'm just taking a few breaths, centering, and then I'm going to set neutral pelvis. And oh, that's what I want to go over, because we go over this in the video. Okay, I'll do that afterwards. So 100, back to 100 and setting neutral. Neutral is where your pubic bone and the ASIS are on the same plane. They're going to be parallel, all right? So that's your anatomical definition. The way you find that is you're going to put your hands on the bony landmarks of your pelvic bowl, right? So right here you can feel them on the side. And then your pubic bone, the very tip of your pubic bone. I'm already there. I'm already in neutral. And things are already engaged. They're already working. I can feel that. And especially when I lift my head, you can feel that oppositional pull. Because I'm also pulling my ribs down and out of extension. So I'm not here with a flared rib cage, and I want to over-exaggerate that way. You'd be able to see, you know, I've got lift in here. So I'm not there, I'm down, okay? Now, I'm going to lift my legs into a 45, which is the beginning position. You want to reduce some of the load into the back, be able to make the movement to start with. So, I'm curling the chin in towards my chest, lifting the upper body, lifting my legs. Now I'm going to start pumping my arms. So that's two rounds of the 100. So I just did 20. So, what did I want to tell you with that? I just had it just a second ago. Oh yeah, curling the chin into the chest. So when you're curling and lifting the upper body, you want to imagine there's a little egg under your chin, right? So I'm here, and I'm here, yeah? So that there's this extension. I'm not collapsing in my my cervical spine here. I'm not here compressed where I can't breathe, okay? Nor am I back here. Most people take this work in their neck because their sternomastoids come on. Their lats and serratus are not trained to pull the shoulders down back here. People, you know, they're up here, or they got vulture neck, you know, and then the hump across their back because they're at their computer. That's so. And these muscles aren't trained. So in Pilates, you're using your secondary muscle groups. You're not using your primary muscle movers like your quads and your biceps. You're using all your antagonistic muscles. And they're generally smaller and underdeveloped because the other muscles compensate for that. You know, we all move to some degree with some sort of compensation, right? And generally there's a side-to-side difference too. Like one side will always be a little bit stronger, you know, depending. And you know, we're not symmetrical. If you were symmetrical, you wouldn't be able to move right. Okay, so that was the 100. That was 2 of the 100 to kind of get the idea of that move. What did I say? The 100 and the roll up. All right, so the roll up, you saw me break the roll up down into parts for Tim, right? So what we're going for is articulating the spine off of the mat, coming up and down and staying rounded. And I'm pulling my belly back in here. I've got another shirt on underneath this. I don't know if you can really see. So I'm pulling back and in. I'm rounding rib cage, right? To create that stretch. And I'm flexing through my feet. So everything's very dynamic. Everything is awake. There's nothing's, being dumb and just floating out in outer space. It's all very dynamic and alive movement. Everything is on. So I'm going to start from tall, come up and sit very tall. Arms come up into shoulder height. Palms can face each other. Inhaling. Exhale. Begin rolling back and down. Okay, now my arms are going to come in line with my ears. Inhale, chin into the chest. Exhale and begin peeling up, staying round like you're sliding under a coffee table. Coming out here, I'm lifted through here, reaching out and over, exhaling back down. I'm going to place my vertebra one more time on the mat. So I was having Tim bend his knees because this area down low was not articulating very well. There's planking. We want movement in that area. So most people from sitting at their desks and things, most people spend way more time sitting now than what we ever have probably in the history of man. So this area gets stiff and immobile, and that's where we want flexibility and movement in there, okay? So let's see here. What do I want to say? Oh yeah, so bending the knees is a modification. It does not by any means mean that the move is easier. In fact, modifications generally mean that the move is going to be much harder and much deeper. So these are sophisticated moves, very small and subtle, and they're very precise. We're going for authentic movement. We're moving from a place of intention. Right. So bending the knees. So let's say you can't really articulate your back all the way up. So what you're going to do, inhale, exhale, and just come up this far, right? And back down. But now I'm going to extend my legs so I can go ahead and come up all the way and take the stretch. So rounding into here. And I gave a little hang time there so you could see. I'm going to really pull in and I'm going to bend my knees. Woo! That kind of felt like a chunk. So I didn't really feel like it was rounding. But anyways, you get the idea, yeah? And walking the legs kind of out a little bit, anchoring through calves. The next move, single leg circle. Might as well stay down there. So single leg circle, we're stabilizing the pelvis to mobilize the leg. So you're staying in neutral while you are circling the leg around, right? And I generally have people do a prep that comes from Eve Gentry's work that we call knee stirs. So you're actively stirring down into the hip joint and getting synovial joint fluid down into that area. So you're going to see me doing that first. I'm going to put a gentle pressure down and through my knees, stir into the joint there, and then I'm going to go into the single leg circle. I'm going to anchor through one leg and then rotate the other. And I'm keeping the circle within the framework of my body. I'm not really going way out from that, and I'm not rocking through my pelvis. I'm working like crazy to stabilize in neutral. So I'm going to roll back down. Round of knee stirs. I don't know if you can really see this. I'm opening up the legs, circling, moving really deep. And I'm letting my back is moving on the mat. Hopefully you can see that too. I'm not holding neutral while I'm doing that. Leg comes out. Going to bend and straighten, bend and straighten. That joke will make sense to you if you go on and watch the video of Tim and I working out. Don't ask. So inhaling around, exhale, center. That's 2 going one way. Now I'm going to reverse. Circle's going to come back around. Come down and across, right? And I'm self-monitoring here, so I'm not really moving in here. I'm going to draw the leg in and stretch. And I'm going to go ahead and do the other side so I'm even. And I'm pressing through my palms. Oh, I didn't do the rest of our little warm-up on my leg. Huh. So you're bending and straightening the knee, just stretching through there, reaching through the heel to stretch the back of the leg, point and flex the foot, circle, rotate the ankle. Let me switch and just do the other side. Oh, just it feels so good. Oh, yeah, why wouldn't you want to do this? Okay. So, inhaling around. And I reversed. So I set neutral before I even went into that move. So rolling like a ball. Oh yeah, leg assisted roll up. That was the other thing. I had a feeling I probably should have wrote some of this down. Okay, so leg assisted roll up. If it's too hard to roll up for, your belly strength or whatever isn't there, and there's no shame in any of that, you can do a leg assisted roll up. So you're going to use the one leg, and that's the other thing. So you're going to reach and grab onto the bottom of your thigh or the top part of your thigh. Draw the knee into your chest. The other leg's going to go out. Okay? Yeah? Leg assisted. And then to come up and just bend that knee. Or you can do both, which takes us right in to rolling like a ball. So rolling like a ball is pelvic floor exercise, because that's literally the only thing that's holding you up there. And you're using the breath. You're riding the breath. If you're not inhaling and exhaling while you're doing this work, you're not going to be able to get up off the mat. Well, you will, but you'll be compensating and using other muscles, and it'd be more like just hurling yourself around in space. And that's really not what we're going for here. We're going for intelligent, mindful movement. Okay. So I'm coming up and I'm balancing on my sacrum. I've already pulled my belly in. Everything is like, I don't know if you can see that. It's already a lot of work. You can hear the change in my voice because I'm pulling in. And I'm actively drawing my knees in towards, my shins into me. A little gentle squeeze. Staying rounded. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Exhale. Okay. So, rolling like a ball. And I am trying to articulate all the parts of my back on here, feeling that. Feels really good. It gives yourself a nice little massage on the mat. Oh yeah, I'm rolling side to side. That's another little break too. So I'll show you side to side rolling, and I'm going to take my head and neck with me. Generally, you want to keep everything in alignment, so that's why I'm actively turning and facing you, because I really don't think it's a good idea to be like screwing my head on the top of my body like a corkscrew. So, yeah. Now, what were we? I am so tired from staying awake and editing, playing with editing. I don't know how I was helping, but anyways. Yeah, if it doesn't kill me, we'll keep making videos. This is just the beginning. Oh yeah, so rolling like a ball, coming up here, balancing. Oh yeah, spine stretch is our next thing. What did we have to do? What was I going to tell you? Can't remember. It'll come to me. Okay, so spine stretch. We're going to draw the legs straight out. Our transition point. Oh yeah, it's keeping the head in line with the spine. So your transition from rolling like a ball, I was going to show you rolling side to side, which is another release. I am going to show you